We're off and rolling here for another edition of Hard Rock Heroes. You're watching this on March 27th. This is your pre-Juno Game Award, whatever you want to call it, type of program. Basically, the Juno Awards are coming up 2 days from now, and we're going to be doing some talking about the Juno Awards and about the Best Hard Rock Album category. We're going to start off the show. We're here at the Winnipeg International Airport, and with me we've got the host of 92 City FM's Monday Midnight Metal Shop, and from Lawsuit, welcome to Shake. How's it going, Shake?
Great. Hello, Winnipeg. Beau knows. Yeah, we're off to the Junos this weekend, flying out of here. We're going to be there taking in a whole lot of, basically checking out the record conference, which is it's kind of a seminar on what's going on in music today, and this year they're going with what's coming up with the future. We'll be checking out those all days. The Junos are on the Sunday. We'll be backstage basically doing some cut-ins on the radio, just checking out the scene, and hopefully coming back with some information, letting you guys all know what went on backstage and that.
Are you doing live reports as well for City FM, or mostly just hanging around backstage with the parties and stuff afterward?
Well, that's a stupid question. Of course I'll be hanging around backstage and doing all that stuff, but no, I'll be doing live cut-ins. We'll be doing reports every day from out there live on the radio, as well as I'll be doing some taking in some IDs from the bands, and hopefully setting up some interviews, as well as doing some work for my band Lawsuit. I'll be out there also while I'm at the conference delivering my latest stuff, and doing a double job, not only promoting myself but promoting the station too.
Super. Okay, now most of the show will be dedicated to the nominees for the Best Hard Rock Album, so let's hear what do you think of the picks. The albums themselves nominated for this category are Rush, Roll the Bones, the first Big House record, Lee Aaron's Some Girls Do, Brighton Rock's Love Machine, and Chrissy Steele, Magnet to Steel. I remembered them all. What are your picks? Your favorite nominee, and is there anything in this category that maybe you felt should have been nominated but wasn't?
Well, one thing about the category, I'm glad they finally brought it. Now, there's a wide range right there. I'm glad to see that it's open to female and male, and it's a non-gender thing. Now, what the two girls, one thing, Lee Aaron she got nominated in Female Vocalist, and which I did give her a nomination. I voted for her in that because I'm a voting member of CARIS, which stands for Canadian Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences, and I've been voting for the last 7 years. And I voted for her in the Female Vocalist, but I didn't go with her in the Hard Rock Album of the Year, although if one girl deserves it, she certainly does. Chrissy Steele, I think, is one girl who has got a very strong voice and excellent songs, especially with Too Loud McLeod writing for her. But I don't think she's going to take it, but she didn't get entered or nominated in the Female Vocalist, which I found was a shame, because I think she's easily one of our best voices up and coming, and if she shouldn't this year, she should be next year. I don't think she'll take it this year as well. I don't think Rush will, but who knows, they always have in the past, and they probably stand a good chance. Roll the Bones is a great album, and probably Bryson, it's taken one song, Ghost of a Chance, right to #1 in the U.S. Billboard charts, and they have a good chance of probably taking it, and they probably will, because that many people like Rush out there. Now, as far as my favorite, who's going to be a Big House, it's got some great songs on there, and they're going to take, I think they may have a good chance of taking it because their popularity is surging quite a lot, and you're going to get all the young kids voting for them. And not to mention, that's an old guitar player I used to play with me years ago in a band called Breaker. That was back in the early 80s when we had a deal a long time then, and he's gone on to do that, and I've gone on to do other things. Brighton Rock, Love Machine, good album, and it rocks harder than ever, but they're sort of laying right now in La La Land. By that I mean they're rocking too hard for the commercial appeal that they're trying to, and what you end up getting is being in the road. You're too heavy for the middle of the roaders, but you're not heavy enough for the real heavy metalers, so you end up going nowhere. My personal pick is Big House, but I wouldn't doubt if Rush takes it. Now, as far as bands that didn't make it, here's what I think it's got to improve on. Obviously, bands like Anvil, Razor, Voivod, who are very big with all the meddlers across Canada, they're obviously too heavy. You know, unless they come up with a thrash category, I believe that the committee never will, because it's just too hard. So I kind of doubt that. Slick Toxic only released a sampler last year, and they're now releasing Doing the Nasty, and I think next year that's going to do quite well, and I predict that next year we'll see them nominated in the hard rock category. Wild T, he did not get nominated for his album in Best Hard Rock. He did get nominated in Male Vocalist, and I think he stands a real good chance of taking it. But as far as, I thought he could have also been in the hard rock album category for this reason alone. He rocks very hard in a blues-based vein, and his mentor is Jimi Hendrix, and no one can say Jimi Hendrix wasn't hard rock, and his tunes are very much the same. My prediction for who wasn't in there that should have been in it, who I thought maybe would have taken it, it's got to be Sons of Freedom. Sons of Freedom, they rock harder than ever, and they're a cross between alternative and metal. But these days, that crossover is so big. Why are bands like Soundgarden and Nirvana doing so well? I think Sons of Freedom would have stood a good chance of taking it. And I think that wraps up the hard rock category.
I believe at the Grammys these days, I don't know how many years they've been doing this, but maybe 2 or 3 by now, they've got 2 categories for hard rock and another one for metal. Would you be in support of that, and are you going to tell Karis that in the future?
I think it would be a good thing to go to, because that way we would open up bands like I mentioned earlier, bands like next year we could see maybe someone like Anvil or Voivod and that, then at least get a nomination, although it'd be a very far chance that they would ever take it. But I think what they're doing down at the Grammys is there's a change. It's not it's best hard rock album, and then it's best metal performance, and there's a big difference there. By metal performance, they include concert sales, how well the band does on tour, and how big the band is in popularity. Whereas the album itself is just on sales of the album alone. And I do think there should be more to that category, and it should be open, because, geez, the whole genre of hard rock or metal, there's like about 20 different kinds. Anything from swamp metal to funk to thrash, and the list goes on and on.
Sure, and even the focus of our 2 shows, your radio show, my TV show, are slightly different. You're the Monday Midnight Metal Shop, and I'm Hard Rock Heroes.
Exactly. I don't tend to go so much for the thrash, but I do like to go with something that's loud and hard and fast. You know. You
disappointed all that Lawsuit isn't nominated?
Well, our album's called Strictly Business, and as you can see on the hat here, and as we got even on the shirts here, we still have a good time. We take everything in jest. We're not that serious about things. Mind you, the minute anyone got serious about me, I would sure be there to deliver the goods, that's for sure.
Okay. Any other thoughts on the Junos, Bryan Adams, or anything else in any of the other categories that are happening?
Well, I'll tell you right here. I'm going to show you one of the official ballads we got here. See if we can do a quick zoom on it. This is an official ballad for the Juno Awards. And it basically lets you have all your choices on here. Album of the Year, I went with Tragically Hip, only for the fact that Bryan Adams doesn't need another award. And Crash Test Dummies, although they're from Winnipeg and I like them very much, I don't think we can say that the whole album was truly great. I mean, although a couple songs are great, where I voted for Crash Test Dummies was in Group of the Year, just because they were the latest group that didn't. You know, they weren't like the rest of them all in that. Rush, they've been in there too many times. I mean, I love them, tremendous. And I think Roll the Bones is one of the best. I didn't go with the Hip for Tragic, because I went for them for Album of the Year. And Single of the Year, it's got to go to our favorite from Manitoba, Life is a Highway, Tom Cochrane. And there's a lot of good songs written on there. I also got him in Songwriter of the Year. I'm looking forward to going out there, and I've been out there for the last 5-6 years. Like I said earlier, I'm a member of Karaz, and this year I hear the regional rep job is going down, so I'll probably apply for it, and hopefully I'll be Manitoba's regional rep for the Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences. And if not, I'll be there having fun just like the rest of us, and hopefully bring you back some real great stories.
Super. I wish I could be there, but I'm not a member. Not yet, anyways. We're going to take it to one of the nominees for Best Hard Rock Album now. Let's go to Lee Aaron, and I'll tell you what, when she does this in concert, some concerts she does, she says to the audience, okay, any guys out there like to pinch women's butts? And when a guy says yeah, she brings him up to the stage and pours water all over him. So here's a song against sexism. This is Keep Your Hands Off the Merchandise from Winnipeg's only hard rock TV show, and then we'll be back in the studio after this song with me and Quentin Earhart doing the rest of the show, Hard Rock Heroes.